Good evening, listeners. Welcome to 101.9 Kosha. It's almost a new decade, and time sure does fly when you're having fun.
It sure does. The past 10 years have been filled with events both good and bad. Tonight, we'll be talking about what we thought to be the most interesting.
I loved the beginning of the jazz era. It was something fresh and new, definitely what we needed after the war.
I agree. I absolutely loved Earl Hines.
Jazz began in New Orleans, specifically within the African American community. Originating from blues and ragtime, its popularity grew due to the Prohibition.
Speakeasies are the place to be. Drinking, dancing, pretty ladies.
Jazz is also an important part of African American history.
Jazz included many talented artists such as Duke Ellington, Bessie Smith, Billie Holiday, and Louis Armstrong. Without the Harlem Renaissance, it might have not been as developed or widespread.
You're right. Ever since the migration of many to the north, black culture has really surfaced to contemporary art.
Speaking of the Harlem Renaissance, I've been reading a lot more as well. More African American authors have been writing ever since the end of World War I.
My favorite book right now is Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God.
Mine is Langston Hughes, especially his poem The Weary Blues. I think it's great how now society is welcoming black artists instead of disregarding them. And now, a word from our sponsors.
With automobiles now more affordable than ever, it'd be foolish not to invest in the new Chrysler. With seating for 7 to 8 passengers and a price that just can't be beat, you need this model in your life. This is the new Chrysler. Stronger, better, and faster than anything you've seen before. The utmost luxury, as fine as money can build. Back to you, Allison.
Sounds like a deal to me. On to our next topic. There are a lot of great films made throughout these years. Due to new technology that gave people more free time from work and the booming economy, people were able to enjoy recreational things. Which one was your favorite, Maggie?
I loved Edward Sedgwick's The Cameraman.
Speaking of innovation, let us introduce you to the General Electric's refrigerator. They'll provide you with the machine that will maintain the freshness of your groceries and produce more ice than you'll know what to do with. This truly is the fridge of the future. Back to you, Maggie.
Another memorable change from the 1920s was the influx of flappers and fashion that challenged the status quo.
I support ladies cutting their hair short.
One of the most prominent events that encouraged women to challenge society is the women's suffrage movement.
During World War I, they decided to turn the women's suffrage into a patriotic movement. They argued that women helped support the war as much as men did. It was a risk they had to take since some members of the association didn't agree associating themselves with the war.
It turned out to be a success. By the end of the 1920s, women were able to vote.
And that's all, folks. Hope you had fun time reviewing the decade with us.
Whether you agreed or disagreed, share your thoughts with us through the mail.
See you next time.